ball in. It's still loose, and it's Lita!
It's McAnuff, goes past a couple, into the box, get the shot off. Yeah! We're at Wembley! After the ball in.
Oh, what a chance here! They've done it! Podgorniak! Lafondra looking to get close side of Font. Lafondra away from David! 3-1 Reading! 3 points Reading!
Hello and welcome to another Elm Park Rolls watch-along for our game against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. Absolutely huge match today. I've been joined by Matt Lansley. Hi, Matt.
Afternoon, Paul.
I've also been joined by Alex Everson. Hi, Alex.
Hello, Paul.
We've also seen the team news coming. No changes, unsurprisingly, there today, Matt. We've seen Yaku Mate and Lewis Gibson, though, come back on the bench. That's great news, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant news for both of them, really. You know, great to have Yaku back in the squad, obviously. You know, the options he gives you. You know, would you prefer him to start? Of course you would. But, you know, he's been out for, I think he's only had a couple of cameo appearances since, I think it's December he got injured, wasn't it? So, you know, starting from the bench, it's just good to have him back. You know, hopefully he'll be able to come on in the second half. If we need him as well, he's there. So, you know, if it's 0-0, bring him on. And the threat it gives you, you know, we all know what he can do. So,
yeah, totally. Get your score predictions in as well if you want to. Obviously, I think there's going to be a lot of positivity about Reading at the moment. 3 wins on the trot coming into this match and 3 clean sheets. But what is your score prediction, Alex?
1-0. 1-0 Reading and 3 points.
Yeah. Tony is agreeing with you as well. 1-0. And we're going to go 2-1. There from Owen as well. I think it's going to be a really tight game. I'm going to go for... I'm going to wait for the pod. Go on, Alex.
I'm a little worried. There's a lot of people saying 1-0. I feel like I'm jinxing it.
Yeah, it is a bit like that, isn't it? Gentry's also going for 1-0. Yeah. Coastal's going for a 2-0 win. Eric is going for 4-0 to Forest, as you would expect from Eric. So just trying to stir it up there completely, 100%. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-0 win. And I reckon Puskas is going to score the winner today. That is my feeling, Matt. You're going to love that if that happens.
oh, how can you not? Yeah, no, it's a difficult one to predict because obviously I think Forest they've just not one scored, but they've not conceded very many in the last. I think it's seven goals in their last 7 games or last 7 matches that have been scored. So it's like, I mean, 1-0 win, we'll take it. So I think it'll be 2-0. I think 2-0 to Reading. I think Puskas, like I say, will get on the score sheet, and hopefully Zhao can get another one as well, just to keep his run going.
Yeah, a lot of positivity for Reading, as you expect. Virtually every single person going for a Reading win. I'd love to see this, a Yaku Mate to come on to score the winner. Alex, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've been calling for Yaku Mate, you know, to be back in the team ASAP. And if he comes on and gets the winner today, I'd just be delighted.
Yeah, that totally would be. So the teams are now out of the City Ground. Not long until kickoff. Liam Moore looking definitely up for this game, isn't he, Matt? I think win this one. And I know Swansea got a win earlier, which kind of means automatics are a little bit less likely, doesn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, but I mean, we're still. I think it's only 6 points off. I think, you know, and we've still got to play all the people at the top. So you know, you got to think like if we win our games against them, we're likely going to be, you know, up there or at least challenging for automatics. So I don't think they're done yet.
Yeah, we'll see though. I mean, if we get into the playoffs, we'll take that at the start of the season, won't we? And yeah, good day there, Terry from Australia. Man, your dedication is insane. Getting up at this time of the morning to watch a game in the Championship, that is mad. But Jez Vegas, I do hope you're on the patio. I did see some tweets from you earlier saying it's going to be raining a lot in your area, but that is no excuse. Samba own goal. That man, Samba, he hates playing against us, doesn't he, Alex?
Could you imagine?
Yeah, well, here we go then. I fancy at least to have a good game today as well. Going to see a bit of a Team Mac, Tommy Maldini masterclass incoming, aren't we, today, Alex?
I hope so. I assume he's playing. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, at the base of that midfield in the diamond, as we're seeing on the screen there, it looks like if
that referee looks pumped. He looks like he's ready to go play rugby league. That is,
yeah, it does, doesn't he? That isn't the Australian referee, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Samba's laughing right now. Let's see how he is at the end of the game. But he might be his day. You never know. But yeah, sorry, go on, Alex.
So the central three, McIntyre, Semedo, Lauren, it's turned into almost a central three, hasn't it? With McIntyre playing maybe just behind those two in what looks to be, rather than a kind of two double pivot that we've played nearly all season, we're now playing a three in midfield, just taking a knee, teams lining up.
Yeah, just about to start. Just saw a quick glimpse of Glenn Murray there. He hasn't scored since his debut for Forest, but it would be typical for the return of the X, wouldn't it? Like Lucas Jow for us last week, Sheffield Wednesday.
Come on, Reading.
Round anyway, so we're off and started.
You could probably almost put money on a Murray goal, couldn't you? It'd just be so Reading. I know we always say it, but hopefully it'll be in the wrong net for.
We're quite fortunate there's only one ex-Reading player playing against us today, because let's be honest, it could have ended up being Tyler Blackett getting a goal, Glenn Murray and Lewis Grabban all scoring against us somehow.
Or Tyler Blackett cross into Glenn Murray heading it down to Grabban to score. Could you imagine that?
Don't give me nightmares. Don't give me nightmares. No, I haven't seen that from the second tier suggesting we're going to finish 7th, but that doesn't surprise me. That is Ryan Dilks on his bait fest, isn't it? So
it surprises me. I thought they loved us.
Why are people still listening to it? I mean, I started listening to it at the start of the season. It just got so repetitive by about the 3rd, 4th week of the season. I just shut it off.
It's very successful.
It's successful.
That is risky play. Don't like to see that from Raphael. Or is that Holmes knocking it back to him?
He slipped, didn't he? He didn't look good with his kicking. And normally I've noticed, I keep saying this, when he makes a mistake like that, it affects him for a few moments, but it's a corner to Forest here. So it must have gone out. We do not want to concede an early goal here at all. Oh, here we go then. Forest corner, incoming. Cleared away to the edge of the area. Oh, it's blocked. I think Omar's going to get that.
Yeah, Omar's got that.
Yeah, but the Forest have got the ball back on their own half now. So, yeah, nothing came from the corner at all.
They've started up for it. Actually, there's an interesting stat, though. I think I was listening to our good friends on BBC Berkshire before the game as well. I think Chris Newton's some brilliant work.
It's a terrible shot.
That was an absolute woeful shot there. Nowhere near.
But no, Chris Newton's home record against Reading is quite sparkling from him. I think he's played us 5 times at home and has won every single time. So I think it was.
Jow hit that so wide. I mean, normally
wide, high.
He shanked it.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's his one awful shot for the day.
This is going to be an issue coming up in the summer, isn't it? With Richards almost certainly going to Bayern Munich. I've no idea who we're going to get in. If we get to the Premier League, it opens up a much bigger market, and it'll probably be someone foreign who we've never heard of. But I don't know if the Brexit situation will change that. I'm not sure. It could be, couldn't it?
I guess it depends. It depends really if we've been promoted, as you say. If we're promoted, then it opens up to buying in a lot of international players. But if we're in the Championship, it really is going to limit the market somewhat.
I think, isn't it? They've got to have a number of international appearances or something to be eligible to get the visa or something. I think.
Yeah, I think it's 75% in the last 2 years. You've got to have played.
Forest having a nice bit of possession on the edge of our area on the left-hand side now. That's Tom Holmes just seeing him out there. Can't really get a ball in. We're pressurising them pretty well here, actually pushing them further back.
Well, but they're looking quite lively, aren't they?
Yeah, well,
cross. I've got to say, by the way, how nice is it not to have to go to Forest and stand in that terrible away end this season?
You know what? I love that right now.
That's a good point. Yeah,
absolutely love that. But I agree what you're saying.
It's a proper old school. If you've not been there as well, the concourse is so old school. It's just very small, very compact, and not as bad as Ipswich away. That's just a bloody concrete box.
I'm sorry, but Eric loves Forest away because Nottingham is the only place for Hooters.
That is the only reason he loves it. Yeah, that is the reason why he loves Forest away. Yeah. No, I don't know. I was quite happy with Forest away last season. Bulldog getting a late equaliser, selling a couple of EPR mugs, which I smuggled into the grounds. I don't know how I did that, but
and a Domino's after the game. It was just the perfect. Well, bar a win, it was the perfect.
It would.
perfect
yeah, and Samba Clanger as well.
Yeah.
What we wouldn't do for another clanger today from Bryce Samba.
Yeah, we'd love that.
Hopefully
this is just neat ball possession. We're really trying to draw Forest up the field, aren't we? There.
Yes. They're not falling for it though. They're still sitting back, aren't they? I'll tell you what, T-Mac is looking good in midfield.
He does actually look very comfortable in midfield. He really does.
I think we've been all right at the back so far. There was one moment with Tom Holmes early on from the corner, but
obviously today, big day in the Championship as well, with Bournemouth playing Barnsley and Cardiff playing Watford. I presume you both are looking for draws in both those games?
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely pass out wide there.
From Liam Moore, yep. Come on, Giadam.
Giadam running into the centre. He's tried a 1-2 there, but really not come off.
No.
It's a cannon back at him, didn't it, by Zhao?
T-Mac's doing all right there, Lee. I think he's done fine so far. I agree at the start of the season, I would have said that. But in the last few games, he's done really well. And if you look back at the goal that we scored against Wednesday last week, the second goal, it's a lovely flick for Elise to get onto. So, yeah, he's okay.
That space, Richards driving. No.
Thought some space might have opened up there for him, but Semedo keeping it nicely on the edge of the basket. I don't even know what he's trying to do.
Goal against Forest, wouldn't we? Obviously, he played for them last season. I think he kind of like had the same impact on our fans as he had there. It kind of mixed reviews.
Just a bit like meh. He's fine, not bad, but just not excellent.
But he's looked a lot better since he's been playing in the right position, which is not surprising, is it? I mean, if you put him in the wrong position, that's the pass there to Elise on the edge of the right-hand side of the area.
Oh,
great cross!
It just needed a touch. It almost went between Puskas and Zhao.
I think they both made the right movement there, but it's just like gone right in between both of them there.
Yeah, I don't think you criticise Elise for the pass. It's right in that area you'd want it, but then both the strikers, one of them got on the head and one of them's pulled back, so just unfortunate.
It's a great ball though, because that was on his right foot as well, wasn't it, from Elise? I think. Yeah, it was on his right foot.
He's looked for Zhao there, definitely. I think Zhao's just behind the play though.
Yeah, if he just commits slightly more, he gets on the end of that, doesn't he?
But he found himself in some nice space though, Zhao. So if like, I mean, he, like Alex said, I think both Puskas and Zhao made the right moves there. It's just a shame that the ball just went just in between both of them. But
hold-up play there by Zhao.
And at least now, it's almost interesting seeing a diamond, because it's definitely a diamond we are playing, isn't it?
With doing tidying up beautifully there. That is Rinamoto levels, isn't it? I mean, you can't. He's just looking decent. I know he's gonna. I just feel it. I can feel I'm really setting him up here, but he's played well so far.
It's been an encouraging opening start, I think, for Reading. In all honesty, you know, Zhao had his shot, which went well over the bar, but it was encouraging to see him get into that space. And then obviously we've just had that chance from Elise as well, which is not for Elise, but with the Elise cross, it's definitely been a decent start. I'm not complaining about that at all.
I think Forest looked lively early on, didn't they? But since that, it's been very, very good.
I like that, Eric. Team Matt turning into the N'Golo Kante of the Championship. I mean, it's quite a high bar, I've got to say, but you never know. He might get there.
It'll be interesting to almost see what happens with him, because I know it's something that you've brought up, Alex, and you mentioned it in the week in the podcast about his utility, how much of a utility player he's almost become, almost like a Philip Neville type player that can play left back, play centre back, do a job in midfield kind of thing. He's becoming that kind of player, but I mean, I still think he needs to nail down.
So I think he's becoming that kind of player purely out of the fact that because he's such a good technical footballer.
True.
It's not to say that he should be a utility player, but I think it's just he can do it. He can do it, so he will.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Some nice play there, but then just given away cheaply by Richards. But we are starting to get on top. Forest are getting penned back a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
We can't. They're not getting out now. And if we just keep this up for a period of time, I'm sure we're going to get another chance.
We're getting some very good pressure on them. I think that's the key thing. Lucas Shaw's been very good so far as well with his hold-up play on Holmes. Just avoids a calamitous intersection at the back, but we'll bring it forward now with Yeardom on the right. I just couldn't quite pull it back, could he? But it still puts
just been okay there, but that's
not a good cross.
That is, you need Peter Crouch times 3 to get on the end of that one from Semedo, don't you?
Had a comment on Twitter, Paul, from Brian Davis about your shirt.
Oh yes,
saying he can now fit into his old shirt again after running for a year in lockdown.
Oh, I could definitely fit into this one. This one is massive. This used to be Barry Hunter's shirt. It's a match worn one from 100th year at Elm Park, and it's signed by all the players that were there. I think there's some absolute bangers in there. That was obviously not our greatest ever season. The one after was even worse. But yeah, it's got the number on the back sewn on. At some point, I'll show you that. And it's all got blood all over it. So it is pretty grim, and it's massive on me. Even at any point, Barry Hunter, in my memory, wasn't a massive bloke. But yeah, this shirt is huge. But I thought it's time to get it out. Why not, eh? So Reading Watchalong. Let's embrace it.
Oh, that was not handball. That wasn't handball.
So if you've got any, what's your favourite memorabilia from old years? If you've got any old shirts that are signed by players, let us know in the comments. And there must be loads of people who've got things like this, surely, Alex.
Oh, I mean, the only signed shirt I've ever had. Oh no, I've had 2. I had one which was Dave Kitson, which I think was 04, 05. Don't know what happened to that. And then I had Ibrahim Sonko sign our away shirt the year we got into the Premier League, and we went to Didcot for our away friendly.
Yeah. Okay.
Keen 15-year-old I was.
Yeah, that is a good point there, Jack, actually. Yeah, but also, I can see why Barry Hunter was called Legs. That makes complete sense, doesn't it? Yeah. I get that. No sponsor. Yeah, after the Football Index crash, that was cost some people an absolute fortune. Yeah.
There has been a goal. I'm doing my best Chris Kamara impression here, Jeff Stelling impression. There's been a goal at Cardiff City Stadium.
There's been a goal in.
Which way has it gone? Cardiff have taken the lead against Watford.
Cardiff. What is Mick McCarthy doing there? What is Mick McCarthy doing?
Is it Cardiff? I don't know who it is. Was it Cardiff?
Yeah, it was Cardiff, yeah. 1-0 to Cardiff.
It's pretty much in a midfield here at the moment. It's gone a bit, I wouldn't say quiet, but you're not missing anything. So I love the fact that Maldini got gloves on.
Yeah.
He has. Oh, sorry, Tom. No, sorry. You can't be wearing gloves at the end of March. I thought he was, I've lost a bit there.
He's tough as nails.
Now. If you're watching, we're at just coming up to 12:45. If you want to sync up, we'll have a clock on the second half. So that
I fucked that up. I'll be honest. I got that about wrong. There's no point pretending. Inga Marson shirt. Pretty cool. Yeah.
There's some lovely play in the midfield, hasn't there been today?
Yeah, there has been. We look good going forward. You could also say it would be a bit. We haven't had any chances, but we have.
Nice from Liam Moore out to the right.
Liam Moore's pinging those balls out today, isn't it?
I thought I was going to drop this cast.
Straight across the penalty area. A little bit of luck there. That is a quality shirt there, Eric. An Inga Marson one from the 106 season.
Oh
yeah.
I'm getting reports from the Cardiff City Stadium that there has been another goal. Equaliser for Watford.
That's what we love to see. I mean, if we had to choose between which team to win, it would be Watford, wouldn't it?
I mean, it depends on how you're looking at the situation, right? Do you think we can beat Watford, Cardiff, and Barnsley before the end of the season? I think if you think we can beat them, then surely you want Watford to lose.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want either team to win. That's the problem, isn't it, with these games?
I'd be happy
want either to get a point. It's kind of
I'd be very happy with a draw if we pick up 3 points, then I really couldn't complain with us us winning today at all. If they both draw.
At the moment, we're at
another goal in the games. Sorry again, Paul, to just cut in.
Yeah,
Barnsley have just taken the lead.
Yeah,
okay. It's all happening below us, isn't it?
It is. It is.
But at least Bournemouth are losing, so swings and roundabouts.
I still don't understand the appointment of it was Woodgate, wasn't it? It just seemed like such a weird appointment for Bournemouth at the time. I think we'll all agree with you, Eric, on that one.
Yeah, Jeff Stelling, watch out.
Next week I'll have my shirt and tie.
Yeah, you got to miss everything. It's like it's a goal. I don't know who scored it, Jeff. I have no idea. Forrest are coming forward. That was a lovely flip by them down the right hand side. That's a decent cross, but well defended.
That's well played by Moore. Well played.
Yeah,
but it is a Forest corner. Great defending.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right there. Forest legend, Reading legend, Shalaba with the Watford's equaliser.
Sometimes the word legend is thrown around too liberally. But...
I did really great when he was there.
Yeah. Mm. So it's a corner here to Forest. Haven't really been in the game for the last 10 minutes.
I have to say, just before they take this corner, Barnsley taking the lead means we are now 5 points clear of Bournemouth.
Okay.
So, not quite so bad that Barnsley are winning, given that they're already in sixth.
No. Okay, Forest corner comes into the box.
That's a decent
now out the edge of the area. And he's twatted that way over the bar. That is not quite in the away end.
Almost went in the second tier, that.
Yeah. This is cool. I love it. A signed Mitre Delta Pro. Wow.
From the 92 season.
Yeah.
30
that
years
is
old.
Quality. I'd love to see a pic of that. You need to send us a pic of that on Facebook or on Twitter. I'd love to see that.
30-year-old football is very impressive to have kept.
Is it still inflated though?
I was going to say it must be flat by now. Surely,
I would think so. Yeah, or maybe Stephen can keep uppies with it on a daily basis. We don't know, do we? We just don't know.
Those mitre balls, you didn't need to inflate. They were made out of concrete. Those mitre balls.
What was those ones that you won't remember this, Matt? I remember when I was younger, they used to have these balls with kind of like little small pimples.
Go on.
He needed to play Zhao down the left there.
Come on, Elise.
We have a.
Here's a chance.
Look at Richards go.
Oh no!
That's just a couple of moments there where Reading have just made the wrong decision there.
Trying to be a little bit too clever. Yeah.
iFollow's just catching up with us here, telling us Cardiff took the lead.
Yeah, I know. iFollow is always about an hour behind, isn't it? By the way, everyone, we beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-0 last week, just in case iFollow haven't kept you up to date on that one.
We'll get a notification in a minute. Reading 3-0 up. Yeardom goal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great tackle, that.
Yeah, that was a good tackle.
That's very well done there from Yeardom.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant first tackle and then just wins the
this is my favourite claim here. The TV series Manageress that was filmed at Elm Park. And I can't remember the woman that was the female manager. This was on Channel 4. And it was really big at the time. I can't remember her name.
I've seen the trailer of it. You think if you go on YouTube, you can actually find the trailer still.
Oh, we need to put that up at some point. That is, I remember watching that. I mean, it was pretty shit, but it was great seeing Elm Park in the background. It was not a great program.
Anything to promote the Reading Massive, hey?
Massive? Yeah. I just want to see. I want to see that picture of that ball, Stephen. You're gonna have to get it up. That's in my head now. Maldini with the ball in the middle pitch, passes it off to Semedo. Yard him in the right hand side. We're doing okay, but we need that.
Lovely from Yeardom beats.
Oh, look him go! Go on, Yids. Oh,
I thought he was going to go over the forest for a second to Puskas.
Got a corner though. got a corner. Yidom did brilliantly there. He's looked very, very good so far. He's continuing his good performance from last week.
He is puffing though there, isn't he?
I'm not
It's an 80-yard run. He is absolutely just breathless after that.
I don't understand how he didn't get an advantage there. The ref didn't even give an advantage. Like the Forest player tries to push him over, he then tries to trip him up, and he trips himself up in the process.
The thing is, though, these footballers, he was out of breath there. 10 seconds later, he's fine. So at least with the corner. Now we need a good set piece here. In comes the ball.
Back stick.
Very losing one.
I don't think it was that bad a corner.
Holmes slipped completely.
We've got still got a throw though on the.
Just one thing I noticed there while we were running over to take throw. How much pitch is there? Like there's so much space between the stand and the touchline there.
This side, anyway, camera side. I've never noticed that before, actually, to be fair, Forest ground, but it's a good point.
Yeah, that's bad.
You could get a running track in there. A half-size pitch or something.
Wow, I'm amazed he's allowed to wear that, Omar Richards, that Nike headband he's wearing.
Not wrapping the sponsor towel there, is he?
Come on, Lucas. It's a poor pass, that. Hasn't quite working so far, Joe. He's been okay, but not quite at his best.
Talking of
game,
sponsors,
I would say a few weeks ago.
Talking of sponsors, Paul. Obviously, Forest haven't got one today, and I believe that Kasumo are out of sponsor in summer. Do you want to see a sponsorless kit for our 150 anniversary kit?
I'd like to see it for one game, the one over Christmas that kind of is closest to the date that we were founded. That would be really great. I think we'll see that. Yeah. Good cross.
From Richards.
Taken by Samba easily, really.
There is a goal on the south coast.
But for who?
It is an equaliser for Bournemouth. 1-1.
Who was it then? Come on then, tell us, Jeff. Who was it? Who got the equaliser?
I haven't seen who scored yet.
Oh, you need the sack.
He's bottled it.
It was Sherry Lungi. That was it. Yeah, she was. I think my dad was quite attracted to Sherry. I do remember that, watching that with him. Yeah, there's someone for the older fans. Yeah, the shirt is great, isn't it? I love the shirt. That was given to me by Phil Perkinson. So.
Goal middle.
Another one up there from Brian McDermott from the season we won the league. I have to wear that at some point. And there's all the signatures. That shirt is even bigger. I think even the biggest shirt ever. That was, I don't know who was wearing that shirt. Nobody. But what do you think on this game so far then, everyone? Is it been okay, or we need to up our levels slightly?
Does anybody really care what the performance level's like as long as we win 1-0?
No, but it'd make me feel a lot better if we were 3-0 up. I'd feel a hell of a lot easier.
I do think it's been good. I think the new formation, whenever it's got to the front, everyone seems a little bit like the passing's been slick, but the movement has kind of been a bit all over the place, and there's been runs that they've not quite been on the same wavelength so far at the moment but I mean it's been a confident performance so far. I'd say, if you're looking at one team that looks better, Reading certainly look the better team at the moment, that's for sure.
Yeah, they do. Cross coming into our box there, well defended. We have defended well so far. I don't think Forest have actually had a shot. I don't think we've actually had a shot, which is fair. But
no, they did have a shot. They had the shot that nearly went into the second tier.
Okay. I think we've had a couple of those now. Okay, but they might have an opportunity here on the edge of the box to get one away. That was a better shot.
You say it's easy, but that kind of shot worries me when we give them that much space.
Yeah.
Just on past performances this season, where we've seen Raphael kind of spill those into his own net.
Yeah, we definitely have. The woman who played the part on the manager was Sherry Lungi. Yeah, I never brought that up, but I just remembered it now. It's in my head now, Sherry Lungi. I can see why my dad fancied her. Yeah, out for a goal kick there to us. Oh. 10 quid. He was also an extra in it as well. There's so many extras in this. How did you become an extra? Did you have to apply to it, or was it just someone who you knew worked at Reading and they got you in the ground to do it? Yeah, T-Mac is looking good. He's looking more than okay in that role so far. He's having a hell of a season. What's he up to now? I think now 27 appearances he's made this season.
Tom McIntyre.
Yeah, I think so in all.
Right. I wouldn't have said it was that high. I have to say, purely just because of the start of the season when he dropped out of the team. But fair play if it is that high.
Just turned up. That is amazing. Just turned up and was on TV. Did you ever see yourself on TV? That's what I want to know. Forest here would have thrown in quite near to our penalty area on their left-hand side. Getting pushed back. Our pressurising in the last 3 games has really stepped up, I think, since the Wycombe match. Teams don't get much time on the ball in our half, do they, Matt?
No. And to be fair, I mean, the pressure from Reading's been good so far as Forest bring it forward towards our box. It played out to the left now. Ball coming into the box.
Good save.
Great save from Raphael. It's cleared out. Well, we were just saying that we were looking very comfortable at the back. But no, Forest having a nice little spell here, to be fair. Then another ball coming into the box. But it's gone over everyone and out for a Reading throw. To be fair, apart from that one shot from Murray there, it's we've been pressuring him quite well. I mean, Tommy Maldini in the middle's just swept up everything. It's a great save that from Raphael, to be fair.
You got to say that's a great flick there from Murray as well.
It's a lovely flick from Murray, and just the reactions from Raphael. It's quite close to him, but it's a great save.
And with the second ball with Murray clearing it. Raphael should catch that, you reckon, Jack? No, that's brutal. That is brutal. You're like more harsh than Lansley.
I think if you're going to be uber critical on that, you could say that he should push it out into a better area, but he does very well. You know, it'd be very harsh to say anything on that. He does very well, Raphael.
Wow,
lovely from Zhao.
I love when Zhao does that right-left flick.
He's so good at it, and here he's still going.
It's got the shot away. I thought he was going to put in the corner.
That would have been such a good goal.
That would have been that would have been goal of the season probably, just because of the individual talent there from Zhao, the run skill, the little, like you say, the heel to heel flicks, finding his space, and then Samba still finds a way to spill a shot that's straight at him.
Completely destroyed the Forest defence there with just a few body movements on the edge of the penalty area. I think it wasn't an easy one at all to score from there. You'd want to put it in the corner a bit more, but you got to applaud what Lucas Giles to even get that chance. He's done brilliantly. So
absolutely, the work he does to like say get to there, because I mean he picks it up, just inside his own half really, and gets around a couple of Forest defenders, then gets around another couple on the edge of the Forest box and fashions a space, fashions a shot. It's a brilliant run.
There's a chance here for Forest. This is definitely. I thought that was going to go in there.
That Lolly, I think.
Great chance for them. Should have got that on target there, Lolly, shouldn't he? Surely he's on the edge of the penalty area, no one that near to him.
Yeah, you can't. Someone like Lolly, you can't be giving that space there.
You really feel like he should be hitting the target from that distance, right?
Yeah. More does well to close the angle down, but yeah, it's getting a little bit more open now. Forest slowly getting into the game, you would say.
Yeah.
Just need a goal to sell it down.
Now. Yeah, Forest have definitely got more into it. They've had the Glenn Murray shot, the one there from Lolly. We've just had the opportunity from Lucas Zhao. I think it's building up. What was that, Alex?
It's a very open game.
Yeah. No, it is.
Neither team seemed content to kind of sit. They're both kind of attacking very quickly once they've got the ball. I say this as Reading knocked the ball around the back, but I think the movement's there. It's very fast paced in terms of getting the ball forward so far. That's
How are you liking the new formation though as well? Do you think are you quite like it? I have to. I do like. I'm quite liking it. I like Elise being just behind Puskas and Zhao. I think Puskas and Zhao are working very well as well together. As Yeardom's got it out on the right. To get across in.
Yeardom and Richards have found so much space so far today.
Yeah, we've had a lot of space on the wings for sure, which it kind of makes you miss obviously having a 4-2-3-1, having the overlapping ability, of Yeardom and Richards really, having a Maysay or an Elise, even a Semedo in front of them to link up with. So, but doing very well.
Yeah, I
You
did
don't
well there.
Yeah.
To release on the it's well overshot there. It's quite a way out, but not really near, was it? No, we need a little bit more composure with our last final pass, I think, at the moment. It's not quite working off. We're getting good possession, like down both the wings, like you were just saying. But I don't know, essentially, it's been a bit too rushed at times.
I have to say, it's not a million miles away, that shot from Elise. It was over, but I like the fact he's still taking shots on from there, to be fair, showing intent. So,
just a time check if anyone's watching on Periscope, YouTube, wherever you're watching. 29-17 now, as the ball goes out for a Reading throw-in straight from a goal kick.
Yeah, that was a classic goalkeeper kick there. Raphael
that was Ansi Yakola in disguise, wasn't it?
Christ. That man's distribution. We talk about Raphael's distribution, but Yakola's, I mean, he was a lovely guy, and I still think he was quite a capable keeper, Yakola, but his distribution was...
I think he would still make a good goalkeeper in the Championship. He got screwed, though, by having to play that style of football.
Yeah,
didn't see him at all. No. He's a lovely bloke. No.
To be fair, though, would you say he'd fit into the team at the moment, though, given, because Raphael still seems to have the ball at his feet a fair amount, but yeah.
Yeah, the Forest crowd is very quiet. Yeah, not much atmosphere there, is there? Like every single ground.
I mean, to be fair though, they were very quiet when we went there. When we went there last year, like I remember looking forward to it, but I mean they were silent. Like I mean, it felt nervous. You could tell that that the fans were nervous when we were there. But
they had every reason to be, didn't they? But it's kind of, I don't know. We need to get a goal here before half-time. I think
that possession stat surprises me. 65% possession for Reading.
Very surprising.
There's a forward player just pulled up with a hamstring there. Yeah, he's off.
Oh, that's Lolly.
Yeah.
Joe, we're doing okay so far. It's probably been even-ish, I would say, overall, guys.
Yeah, good goals. Chances on goal, I'd say it has been in the last 5 minutes or so. There's been the Murray one and the other one that we had from Lolly. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty even so far. We started the first 15 minutes on
top. Lolly who's just gone off.
They've given a foul for Lolly pulling up with a hamstring. How has he given a foul there for Forest?
I think it's before that.
It was before, yeah.
Before that.
He played advantage.
Yeah. That's why, Matt.
I must have missed the first. I didn't see a foul at all in there.
Yeah, he didn't get a free kick for pulling up a hamstring.
That's why I'm so baffled, but I can't even remember the first foul.
No, I think it was a minor one. It wasn't a major foul. I think he just got pushed slightly. Yeah, he probably wishes now he'd gone down. He looks in absolute agony. I've never pulled a hamstring, but that does not sound very nice at all.
I have had the unfortunateness to have done it, and it is horrible. It is really horrible.
Yeah, it is, Joe. Yeah, I was chatting about the shirt earlier. It's from 96, 97, 100th year at Elm Park. It's a quality shirt. It's got the number on the back. If you can see it.
Here we go.
I can do this. Can you see it?
You'll have to kneel down on the floor.
Did you see my ass there?
That was not a good view, was it?
You just get a view of my ass. That's what everyone wants, isn't it?
Eric, it is Stephen Reid. Correct.
Oh, yeah, Knockout is coming on probably, isn't he? Yeah, okay. I have to take the top off at some point. I will wear other clothing, though. Do not fear. You will not see a topless me. I'm not going to inflict that on the people of Reading. And
one of the final away games that we actually went to last year, it was Fulham away, and Knockout got an absolute barrel of abuse from the Reading fans, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, even in it was the Forest game which had the first fans back. He even got abused that game, didn't he? When he was, I think, when he was playing for Forest.
I mean, I think that was just continuation from Fulham.
He really is a pantomime villain, isn't he, Knockout? Like, I mean, he's a relatively good footballer, but he does love a bit of controversy.
He just loves diving. I think that's the issue, isn't it?
Very true, yeah.
I mean, yeah, as Eric points out there, yeah, straight as I say that, he just dives so much. I mean, we all know it goes on in football, but there is a limit, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm sure Watford fans will all remember
his free kick from a long way out coming into the box. That's going to go straight out for a goal kick. No,
That
is one of the worst free kicks.
That's a bad free kick, isn't it?
That's shocking. I mean, it's about 40, 45 yards out, and he's still pumped it about 5 yards like over the byline, wide of the goalpost. Dreadful free kick. And they can keep doing them all game. That's absolutely fine by us. But
he's right. He does suit for a flooded pitch. Remember when they had the abandoned match there? Yeah, he loves a dodge.
When they had about half their first team out conveniently injured as well, they then had a flooded pitch.
Free kick. George Puskas wins it there.
Yeah. We want to take it quick, but we shouldn't really. So we're going to slow this right down now. Right. We've seen an absolutely crap Forest free kick there. Will our one be any better? That's the kind of free kick you want your strikers to win, isn't it? He's fouling him as much, but it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Actually, quick one for Jeff for Jeff Stelling.
I have no idea what's happening.
I think it's just been booted out.
What is that? No, I follow. Just didn't show it.
They've missed the free kick and everything.
Once again, as we've seen all the details.
That is amazing. So our free kick looked like it was just as bad, but did we kick it out deliberately? I don't know.
It must have been kicked out deliberately because there's no one up in the area.
No, I don't know what was going on there. That is odd. Yeah. Well, I have no idea what happened there at all. Yeah. Yeah, I follow is a beast of its own. Oh, Puskas. Come on, Puskas. Keep your foot in there. It's going to go for a corner.
It's going to go for a corner.
Yeah.
Now, I follow. Please show us what's going to happen. I know it's a lot to ask, but you're not cut away for.
Fans got to Leicester and then told, you need to go back again. Yeah, there was some pretty unhappy Reading fans, but flooded pitch when your ground is right next to the River Trent, that's flooded. High possibilities of happening.
It wasn't even that flooded though, was it? It was a couple of puddles.
Let it go. There's a corner here for Reading then. Elise is going to take it. Oh, he's taking it short. We're working on something.
Go on. Oh, Zhao, come on.
How was that? No, I do not believe that.
Zhao scuffs his shot and it then comes off the post somehow, I think.
He's actually run into the post as well. What?
That is such a nicely worked free kick. I think it's McIntyre again, and Zhao just fluffs his shot.
He's got to score there, Joe.
That is.
I cannot believe that he's missed that. He's got a really open goal, basically.
Amber's diving the other way. He just needs to pass it.
All he's got to do is just connect on that, and that's one goal.
It's such a well-worked corner as well. McIntyre with the left. It is, yeah.
Oh, he would have topped it off if he'd run into the post and injured himself, but he hasn't done that. He's all right. But wow, that was an brilliant corner, though. Brilliant
corner routine.
Yeah,
it's a shame it just didn't have the finish quite from Zhao. But we've worked some brilliant opportunities this game. It has to be said so far.
That's the best one though by a mile.
Oh, massively. Come on, Puss. Go again. Come on, he's taking it out wide.
That's okay though.
Play it back. Come on, Lawrence.
That's awful. That is awful.
That a shot?
I don't know if that was a shot or a cross.
I think it's a shot. I think it's a shot, but it's just dreadful. He just can't shoot, can he, Lauren?
No.
He won't score many goals.
That was miss of the season so far, I think. I want to see if it bounced just before it got to him, because I don't know how he managed to scuff it so badly.
I think it was in the air. Because it's the way McIntyre flicked it back. It is either bouncing or in the air. But
yeah, this is a good question. Where was Samba going during that whole thing?
He's just doing Samba thing. He was driving out the way.
Yeah. Ugh. Right, then we got back possession in Forest House, and then we give it away in a tackle. He's giving a free kick to Forest anyway. There's been a lot of chances in this game now for both teams. Really should have been a couple of goals at least. Oh, I can't believe he's missed that one. That is astonishing miss.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy, really. So, I mean, you would have actually. To be fair, though, we say it about Zhao time and time again, though, don't we? He always scores the harder chances. It's not the first time he's missed a sitter this season.
No,
he almost struggles with the easier chances. Richards does brilliantly there in the tackle.
Yeah,
out just before we get to the halfway line. Richards looking to take it quick though.
About 20 yards from where it was. Yeah.
He's done a lovely Gary Neville shuffle there, I have to say.
See that?
Gained about 10 yards.
T-Mac is dominating. And then he does
I
just killed him. I just killed him. Oh. So it's a throw into us halfway up the Villa. What the fuck are we talking about, Villa? Forest half on the left-hand side. Omar Richards is going to take it. Now, coming up to 39 minutes, a goal now would be absolutely beautiful, wouldn't it? Going in 1-0 up.
Absolutely. But a quick bit of trivia here. Wasn't it Forest away where Richards got his first goal for Reading?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Jordan Abita did the same as well many years ago.
Who did?
Jordan Abita.
There you go.
That would have been in the year. That would have been in our last win against Forest, I think, wouldn't it? When we won 3-2.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah.
Was that our last win away?
Last night, and he said it's been 8 years or 9 years now since we beat Forest at the City Ground.
Yeah, it is a while. Yeah.
And there we all were predicting wins at the start.
Middlesbrough are now 2-0 up. I know that they're maybe a little bit of a way off, but definitely would prefer to see these teams start to drop away.
Yeah. The sooner playoffs are just confirmed and done and dusted, the better. You don't want you want it as boring for the neutral as possible when you're in the
Bring
race
on the
for it.
playoff bang. That's what I say.
I'm still hopeful. I don't know about people watching out there, but I'm still hopeful. I think we've got enough games left against teams at the top that top two.
Yeah,
it's very unlikely. I'll give you that, but I don't think it's completely out of the picture if we win today.
No, and I think if you win, or if we win our games against those clubs,
Yeah, I mean that's you've got to be taking points away from there.
Oh yeah. I mean, draws aren't in the question if you want to get there, in our position. But I mean, in our position, you'd rather be playing them than hoping on other teams to beat them. I think because it's still in our hands, essentially.
We've got 30 points left to play for after today, and realistically, if we're going to get promoted, we probably need at least 22 or 23 of them.
True.
So we probably need 7 or 8 wins to get automatic minimum. I would say minimum. Realistically, you're probably looking at. You probably need 8 wins and a draw, at least, maybe even 9 wins and a draw. It's very unlikely to go that way.
Yeah, I don't want to throw in just level with the Forest penalty area. That was an interesting
throw.
Yeah, Lucas Jow trying to win a penalty.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if that was a foul or not.
No, I don't think so. None of the Reading players appealed at all. So,
I'll appeal anything.
Yeah. It might be a penalty, but none of our players appealed. So that
I would have much preferred the Reading players just to appeal there, because it's like the old cricket thing. Whenever you think it's LBW,
free kick there. That is such a soft free kick. Win back possession, and would have had a chance to get towards the Forest goal, but
fouls like that are just so stupid and petulant. They really are.
I don't think there's even that much of a foul though. But he's given it. Forest have got it in their own half, playing it around about. We've had a kind of semi-decent spell there. Obviously, the massive chance for Lucas Jow, but Forest coming down the right-hand side now. Watchalong trying to close him down. He's tackled again. Our pressure on them has been fantastic so far.
Definitely.
Omar Richards has been really good. You could see...
that's such a...
Lauren did not like that at all there from Lauren.
He's not had his best game so far, has he, Lawrence Richards?
That's brilliant from Richards. That takedown and touch in front of himself.
He's a quality left back. He is absolute quality.
Yeah.
Just a shame we're not going to have him next season, essentially.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
Nice work, Ron.
Yeah.
Rocket Ronnie with his amazing contract work. Yeah. So here's Forest coming down the left-hand side. They're going to get the ball surely into the box. I'm amazed they've waited to get the ball into Murray there. That's a long-range shot, but it's wide.
Oh, I tell you something. Chris Houghton has been watching Raphael's efforts from long range this season, hasn't he? I think they've had about 4 or 5 shots now from distance.
Yes. But that takes a big deflection, I think, that one. That doesn't hit anyone, does it?
That's not a corner. How is he giving a corner for that? That's a dreadful decision.
I don't think that hits anyone at all.
It doesn't. There's no deflection on that whatsoever.
Okay. Corner here for Forest going to be whipped in. Do not want to concede here just before half time. Ball comes into
Especially
the
from a
box.
free kick or from a corner
That's
that shouldn't have been a corner.
Decent corner, that one, but well defended. At least closes down on the edge of the box. We've got possession, cleared it out. It's now back in the Forest half. Puskas could have.
It was challenging. It was hustling, but defender does very well. Now they've got it out wide down the left. Good defending there from McIntyre. Slows it all down as they look to. Still not getting the ball in the box though.
No, they're not. They don't rush
Passing
getting the ball in the box at all.
No, passing it about quite nicely though. Now it's well cut out from Laurent.
It's just a little bit too casual at the back.
Yeah,
I think both teams are the same. They're just not quite. Here's a chance here to get the ball in, edge the. Oh, okay, that's gone right across, but still.
That kind of cross where isn't it? Because Raphael has just sat at the near post, as over and out for a goal kick. There's a little bit of pressure they put under us there, definitely.
Yeah.
Mm. Held out well though. Held out well, defended it very well.
Yeah, it's not the biggest shock ever, is it? Knockout falling over. You can bet. I'm going to say he's going to get at least 4 or 5 of those during the rest of this match, even though he's only been on for probably 60 minutes by the end. Or maybe he gets subbed. Maybe the sub will get subbed. That is always a good sight to see, isn't it, when they see that happen? So we've got 2 minutes of injury time here. Glenn Murray trying to give it to Tom Holmes in the ear, trying to wind him up probably. I doubt he's going to be bothered by that. So that's the throw now.
No one for Forest. We hit 2 minutes of added time as well. Minute and a half left of the half. It's all kind of petered out a little bit since that Zhao miss, hasn't it?
Yeah, the Zhao miss was
really. That was the chance. That was the chance of the half, you'd say.
Yeah.
It's all just slowed down a little bit. So but
it has been an evenish game so far, mate. I know you're a Forest fan. You've had chances. We've had them as well.
Come on,
Zhao. Come on. Here's a chance to go at them.
3-on-3.
Hit it.
Come on, Zhao. Oh, that's such a poor pass. Cass.
Stupid free kick there, George. Don't do that.
We're having chances. We're just not. We just can't get that final pass, that final bit of quality.
Yeah. It's a good pass here from Elise. He's done nothing wrong with the pass.
It's a bit too far and punched out.
Past him, doesn't he? Yeah. And don't touch him, George. Yeah. This just don't need to do that. I
mean, you should know whenever you touch a defender in that situation, Chris Gunter taught it, didn't he? Whenever you get near to or touch a defender in that situation, they're always going down, and refs will always blow for it. So
we're going to have half time here in a second, aren't we? It's going to be 0-0, pretty even match. Both teams have had good chances. Even though it's 0-0, it's still been fairly entertaining, hasn't it, Alex?
Yeah, it's not been a bad game. It's been open. I'm a little concerned maybe about how open it's been. Perhaps we're letting them just get a few too many shots off from range, but it feels like there's going to be a goal somewhere in the game.
Yeah, I think so. What do you think, Matt? Do you think we're going to still get 3 points here?
Yeah, well, I mean, if we create the chance that we did in the first half, in the second half, you'd back one of them to score in the second half. Either George or Lucas. I wouldn't say it's been a bad performance at all. It's been a pretty good performance, I'd say, from Reading. Defensively solid, creating chances at the other end. We just haven't had the finishing ability so far in this game.
No, definitely. Glenn Murray still looks like he could be a pain in the arse up front. He's still got some quality. Yeah, Lolly, that looked like a horrible injury. He should have scored just before as well, shouldn't he? So I'm going to go off for a minute and leave you with Alex and Matt. I'll be back just before we start the second half. Cheers.
Whilst Paul vanishes for his, don't do that, we're going to have to add him back, yep. While Paul disappears for half time, Matt, there's a question which came in on Twitter for us that we can discuss over half time. What are your thoughts on no fans during the playoffs? Are we more likely to break our curse in an empty stadium? And would there be a horrendous scramble for 5,000 tickets?
I mean, there'd be an incredible bun fight for 5,000 tickets. It probably won't even be 5,000, will it? Because you'll probably have a couple thousand dignitaries there and what have you, and special tickets. So it'd probably be even less than 5,000.
Would it almost be better to just go out for the day, not even watch the game, given our history in the playoffs, and then just catch the ball afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, like actually, to be fair, some might even be put off by going to Wembley now, won't they? Because I think every time, I mean, even in the FA Cup against Arsenal, it still ends in horrible fashion with Federici. You know, I think one of them was at the Millennium, wasn't it? I think was it the Warsaw.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people in there must be people who are watching this today who've seen us play 5, 6 times at either the Millennium or Wembley now. Old and new, must be 5, 6, maybe even 7 times, and they might have seen us win once in the Simod Cup, which was coming up to 35 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you would say that
like we've got to break a duck eventually, right?
You'd hope so, and you'd think like every single time, whenever you've got to the playoffs, it's been with fans. So it's like it might be the one thing that's been holding him back. You never know. I mean, having fans in the stadium's never helped us in the past, has it? So try it without. I mean, I wouldn't really, I might be disappointed that we're not there or the fans aren't there to enjoy it. But at the end of the day, if you get promotion, you get promotion at the end of the day. So,
well, the one thing that we did see, which came out in the news this week, was that the Premier League are actually going to delay the second to last round of fixtures so that every single team is able to have a game this season with 10,000 fans in.
That's good.
Obviously, it's not really a solution for the Football League because of the way the season pans out. We actually finish our season, I think, 2 weeks before the Premier League does. So it doesn't really, you can't really imagine that's going to happen, given the fact that the playoffs are only 10 days after the end of the Premier League season. But maybe there's a scenario where they end up delaying the start of the playoffs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they might look at delaying the start of the playoffs, but I still just think it's weird. I know they've got the Euros to contend with, but they've still in the Premier League and obviously top leagues in Europe. I think they've delayed the Champions League. That's not going to be until the start of June. That's gonna happen, I think. So it's just like why they couldn't delay the end of the Championship. We play more games in the Premier League anyway, in the Championship. 8 more. And they've tried to compile an already very hectic schedule into just even less time with the Championship. So, but yeah, I think everyone would want them to delay it, wouldn't they? Because everyone wants to be in the stadium for games like that, even if it's 5% people want to be there. We might get in with pilots and stuff. They might be able to do that with pilots through those games. But yeah, only time will tell what the arrangements are. So
fingers crossed. And obviously, just looking at this comment from YouTube, if you've missed the game so far and you're just tuning in, it's been an even game, I would say. Reading have definitely had the best chance. Lucas João somehow has not scored from a corner. His scuffed shot he scuffed it straight into the post, tried to chase it down and just run into the post himself. And really, it should be 1-0. It probably should be 1-0 Reading. Forest have had a couple of chances from distance, and then one good save from Raphael from a Glenn Murray kind of flick from 6 yards out. Joe Lolly's injury, pretty big. They've brought Knockout on to replace him, but outside the Zhao chance and the Murray chance, the game's been fairly even, I would say.
I'd still say though that Reading have had the better of the chances.
Maybe Reading have just edged it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely think Reading have edged it. If you're going to give one team the lead at half time, it'd probably be Reading. The chances that have been created, the misses that have happened. It's like you say, that Lucas João one so glaring. He had another one as well, on the edge of the box, which he just didn't quite get hold of. Even his solo run, that he went through.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's been this. Yeah.
There has been a lot of space, especially for Yidam and Richards. Their runs, you've really got to hope that eventually one of them is going to pay off, Matt.
Yeah. You mean you'd hope so. Like you say, it's almost probably a bit frustrating. We don't have the right and left attacking midfielders. Where you'd normally have either Elise, Ajaria, Mate, on the pitch, because I think they'd be having a field day to to be fair, because there's been so much space for Yiedom. It might be they've set up like that because they know we're in a diamond, but I mean, still, the space for Yiedom and for Richards, I think it's a bit harsh to say he needs to work on his crossing and stuff there as well. But because I think some of his crossing has been good today. It's just not quite. It's just fallen between two players kind of thing. Because there was a brilliant cutback that he did actually, and it just slotted almost perfectly between João and Puskas. They both probably made the right runs, João and Puskas, but the cross just couldn't. It just slipped agonisingly between them.
Thoughts on Mate coming on in the second half of that? He's fit.
Yeah. If it's still 0-0 at 60 minutes, you bring him on, don't you? Even 55, because we know what he can do. You'd probably look to move probably back to a 4-2-3-1 probably at that point as well. I'd probably say.
And push Semedo up into one of those spots of the three.
Either that or you'd probably drop him. You take out a McIntyre or someone, wouldn't you, and drop Semedo and Laurent back in. I'd almost be inclined to bring Laurent off because he's played a lot of football. He's not had the best half today either. You drop him back and then you'd move Semedo forwards and have Elise and Mate out wide probably.
Yeah, I think if we get to maybe 60 minutes, 65 minutes, I can definitely see Paunovic wanting to kind of make that change and see if we can. Just because 3 points today is going to be huge, especially now if we look at the other results. With Bournemouth winning in where they were 7th, and now it's a huge game for Bournemouth and Barnsley today because they've overtaken Barnsley now. But if we can win whilst one of Barnsley or Bournemouth lose, it's going to be massive for the rest of the season because all of a sudden we open up a bit of a gap on them. We can actually afford to not win a game when they do win a game and still be above them.
What would a win today put us on?
We'll be on 63 points if we win today. And currently, Bournemouth are on 59 and they're 2-1 up at home against Barnsley. Barnsley are in 7th on 58. And then Cardiff are drawing at home against Watford and are back on 55. So it does feel like if we get a win today, Cardiff are maybe not quite out of it. They'll be 8 points behind us, but they're definitely going to really struggle to pick up 8 points with 10 games remaining, even though we've got them to still play at home.
Yeah. No, I was going to say we've still got to play them at home, but 8 points is, 6 points you can look at potentially, but 8 points you start thinking it's a bit too much for them to catch. It's another one to kind of tick off out of the race, isn't it? So, you look at those fixtures and what's going on at the moment. A win is almost crucial right now, but just to give us the buffer again.
And we've been saying it for weeks now that this game is massive and this game is massive, but at this point of the season, they're all massive.
It's 10 cup. Everyone says it. It's so cliche to say it, but it's 10 cup finals, isn't it? So it
really is.
Yeah.
We've got 10 games left basically, which define how people will remember this season. If we manage to, spectacularly fail and screw this up and finish in 7th or 8th place, then that's how it's going to be remembered as a complete bottle job.
Yeah, dare you think about not reaching the playoffs after one, the start we had, two, kind of, have we actually been outside the top 6 at all yet this season?
I don't think we have. No, I think we've been in the top 6 since the very first day.
I was going to say, I couldn't remember. I didn't think we had. I mean, wouldn't it be so Reading to move out of the top 6 for the first time on the last game of the season or something?
Isn't that what happened to Derby when we knocked them out of the playoffs a few years ago? We knocked them out. They were 6th going into that last game, and they hadn't been out of the playoffs all season, and then we knocked them out on the final day.
That was the 3-0, wasn't it? The 3-0 away.
Yeah, we've got on the last day this year. Is it Huddersfield?
I thought it was Swansea. I thought, isn't it our last 2 games?
I can't actually remember.
I think our last 2 games are. I think it goes Norwich Swansea.
Huddersfield. Swansea is our 3rd last game.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, I'm sure Huddersfield would love to just get one over on us again after the playoffs. And just stop us from getting to the playoffs. Sure, they would be delighted with it, despite the fact that they all said after the game, "Oh, really, really pleased to have won." And everybody, I do seem to remember there was such a love for Huddersfield fans because they didn't rub it in our faces after going up. But enough of them. maybe not a bottle job, but I think if you look back in, say, 2 or 3 seasons' time, if we don't make the playoffs, whatever the injury situation is, people aren't going to remember the injury situation in 2 or 3 years' time, are they? I think people are going to remember, how did the season start? How did the season finish?
Yeah. And how it was pretty much constantly downhill from that first, 8-game run that we had. So,
if you start the season, if after 8 games you started the season at the top of the table and then you end up finishing 7th or 8th, it's like, I can't see how people are going to say that's anything but a failure at the end of the day.
No. Yeah.
However, we might all see it. We can all see it right now as, it might not be a bottle job because of the injuries and the situation that they're finding themselves in. But I think in a couple of years' time, people would look back and say that's a real kind of like cock up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I followed, just going through some of the highlights there. That run from Zhao, they just showed on iFollow again.
Fantastic run, wasn't it?
It's just sensational. I mean, it's so disappointing he didn't get the finish off as well, because that would have been some goal from Zhao. But it's what he can do, isn't it? I mean, his ball control is second to none. It's like it's like you try and think of a striker with him, and I know you discussed it on the podcast in the week about his goal scoring. If he goes on this season and finishes on 25, 30 goals, you're talking about him as probably one of the best strikers we've had this decade. Well, not this decade, in the last 20 years, essentially. So, or 20 or 30 years, or even ever. Because have we ever even had a goal scorer that's scored that many, in a season? It's very rare you do.
A while ago, right? It's going to be a while ago. We'll just turn that off while Paul's sorting his camera out. Just before we do get to the second half, Matt, I know the players aren't back out yet, but just before we get to the second half, as is tradition, got to ask you, what is your score prediction for the game now? Now we've seen the first half.
I still think I don't think it's going to be 2-0. I predicted 2-0 before the game, but I think a 1-0 clean sheet. Forest, they're tough. They've been a pretty good team. It has to be said. They're a lot better than they were when we faced them earlier in the season. That's for sure.
Agreed.
But yeah, no, I think 1-0. I still think if we play like we did in the first half, we'll get the chance, and we're not going to miss. We're not going to miss that many chances in the game. So,
I mean, this is definitely the toughest game of the last 3 or 4 that we've had, and I know we've kind of not walked it, but we've had a very easy time of it, really, haven't we? Against Sheffield Wednesday and Rotherham and Blackburn in the last few games, we haven't really feel pretty. We haven't felt too threatened. Got 1-0 there from H. I think I'm still going to say 1-0, but I'm a little concerned that we may just have one of those days where we have everything go for us except actually putting one in the back of the net, and we end up with a 0-0 or something. Would I be really upset with a 0-0? I don't know. It's difficult to say. A 0-0 is like it's not a great result, but is it?
It keeps the clean sheet run going. You'd be looking at it weighing up, and I think it's 2-1 after the other.
When you're on this kind of run, are you able to win every single game? No, that's the thing. It's not reasonable to expect us to win 9 games in a row.
I think the one thing a draw would prove today is that we're not promotion contend or not automatic promotion contenders, because automatic promotion contenders win today. That's I think the only thing that today will prove. If we can't get the win, you can pretty much just bin off automatic promotion hopes, I think. But yeah, I think that'll be the main thing. And of course, you're going to be disappointed at that, because everyone wants automatic promotion at the end of the day. If it when that's ruled out, especially when you're in the playoffs, it's a bit deflating. But you've got to still look at where we've been in the past few seasons and how good we've been so far this year. The change from previous years. We started to see it a little bit with Bowen last year, but yeah, I think that's the only thing that today will prove, and that you'd be disappointed about, really, that automatics will be just out of reach.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's just come back out for the second half now. We've got Reading already out, and Forest just running through their final warm-ups before the second half, and the ref is just joining us, bringing the ball out for the second half. We're rejoined by Mr. Man, the face of Albert Royals, as we're lining up to start the second half.
We were. He's gone again. There he is.
I'm Matt Lansley here right now. That is fucked up. Yeah. Right then, here we go then. Just about to kick off the second half, 0-0. Massive one coming up here for Reading. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points and get our promotion charge, well, just, I wouldn't say back on track, just get it motoring again.
Oh, at least won a free kick in good position early on. I say,
if you are watching and you've watched through half time, please share the stream on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll hopefully get some more chat in here for the second half.
Totally. Good chance here from a free kick, though, very early on, Matt. So let's, if we get a goal here.
You've got to think it'll be at least, won't it, on this? You would have thought. Certainly, you've got at least Lauren.
Across. It's a bit far out, isn't it?
It's a bit too far on the right as well, yeah.
Yeah.
He's lining up. Maybe he's lining up for a shot here.
Yeah, I think he is as well.
Yeah, he certainly looks like he's lining up for it. So, come on, Elise. Yeah, he's shooting.
Straight at the keeper.
Straight.
Yeah, it was on target, but
but yeah. But no, interesting thing. Me and Alex were talking about at half time, Paul, about our score predictions, and if it does finish 0-0, will you take that? Is that going to be a bit of
it's not a disaster? It'll be a bit disappointing with the chances we've had, though, especially the Lucas Jow one. Yeah, I'm ready for the reaction when we score. Let's hope that it's the first goal and not. Oh, that was a chance.
Just wide from Forest.
Yeah,
chance at both ends within 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was a good chance. He needs to just flick that header instead of he got too much on it, hasn't he? There, Matt.
Yeah, he's almost got too much of a connection, hasn't he? On that, really, he just needs to glance it across goal, and you hope that the keeper's not ready enough and set enough to get his hand to it. But yeah, just gets too much of a connection on it, really.
We've got a space there in the area though, for him.
Yeah,
a lot of space. That's a free kick to Forest, isn't it? Given away there. Is that Puskas giving it away? He's had a bit of a frustrating day so far, Puskas, hasn't he, Matt?
Yeah, he's been okay. Compared to his last 2 games, he's been not quite, or not really at the same levels as he. So he's still been running, still been hassling, but it's just not quite fallen to him. He's not had the ball nearly as much either, has he? So it's been a lot more Lucas Jow focused, seemingly the ball going to him a lot more, him making the play. But yeah.
Forrest attacking well here down the left-hand side. There's a cross going to come into the box, but that's easy. Yeah,
their crossing's been shocking, really, Forrest, hasn't it? So far, it's not been great. Actually, was it Knockout with the corner or the cross there?
I thought that was going to get away from Jow, but
lovely play by Lucas Jow. How many times do we say that every? Oh, Elise down the right-hand side here cuts.
Come on, Elise.
Puts it across.
Not a bad crossing again. It's not a bad cross. Just need a striker to get ahead of their defender there, don't you?
Just got to keep out that. Elise has tried that 2 or 3 times now with that low cross from the right hand side.
And we're not.
One's got to fall. You'd think.
Well, it will if our striker gets in that area, though. Yeah. We're not actually getting ahead of them, are we? We're not kind of like cutting across. Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
And we got 2 strikers, so we do have the possibility of that happening. It's not like with Lucas Jow when he played so long up front on his own, when it's much harder for him. Forrest here with Samba possession of the ball. He hasn't had a clanger yet, but he could have had one for that goal, couldn't he? When it went completely the wrong way. But
the Lucas Jow one.
Yeah,
he was gracefully diving out of the way.
Oh, he's a chance here for Forest.
Out muscled there, and he comes forward to the box, and it's 1-0 to Forest.
Yeah,
it's Glenn Murray, I think it is. We just knew.
What did we say? What did we say at the start of the game there?
He just knew it was going to be Glenn Murray, and that's the position we did not want to happen because.
Yeah,
you got to think Richards has got to do better here. I think it's with Amiobi. He just gets out muscled by Amiobi. That's
why is the
it's dreadful. Not what we wanted.
Yeah, it's too easy, that isn't it?
Yeah, it's far too. Moore and Holmes. You got Moore and Holmes. They've got to do better there as well with the cross that comes in. It just completely goes through them. You know, it's not cut back into space. It pretty much goes through both of them, even Raphael as well. You know, all three of them tried to get to the ball and just failed miserably, really. It's a poor goal. How that doesn't get cleared needs to get cleared. That is dreadful.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest winning. Yeah, not great at all. But still plenty of time. Still plenty of time for us to get that. That's why we need that striker to get ahead of the Forest defender there. Oh, here's a chance.
Come on, Puskas.
Oh, Puskas.
Puskas.
Oh, that is woeful.
Oh, it's a miss, just like Zhao's. It's bobbling through and he just skies it.
That is a shocker.
The chances we've had this game.
It's a great pass to him, and
it's just bobbling forwards, and he just leathers it in the air. It's just dreadful.
Yeah, that is. If you get chances like that, you cannot be skying them all the time. I mean, maybe it did just bounce, and that's killed him.
It was bobbling through, but I mean, you know, you're 8 yards out. You've got to. You can't be skying it that high from there. It's dreadful.
Yeah.
Alex, you were saying at half time about it not being our day. You know, when you're missing chances like that. I mean, the expected goals brigade will be loving it today with Reading. You'd expect to see our expected goals a lot higher than Forest at the moment, but
that was really just not a good 3 minutes there. Conceded and then really.
I mean, if Puskas scores there, it's just. If Puskas scores there, it's game right back on. You know,
he doesn't even get it anywhere near on target. Though.
No,
it's not even near. No,
it's a dreadful.
That's a rash finish. That's just trying to twat it hard. Oh, I don't know. It's frustrating. Really frustrating. You don't even get the goal to make a save there.
Well, you're 8 yards out at the end of the day, and you know, yes, you got a defender on your shoulder, but you're effectively 1-on-1 there. You know, you got to be hitting the target.
Still time though. Still time for us to get back in this one.
Yeah, and we're creating plenty of chances at the moment as well. Oh, it's just.
I think it might be time to take Puskas off by about when we get to about 60.
Enough now.
Yeah, not quite yet, but he might get a goal in them. You never know. But
we did predict a Puskas goal before the game, didn't we?
Yeah, but he hasn't played at that level, has he?
Not quite the last few games.
Today, no.
What is that? What is that tackle from Murray? He just runs and just plows through the back of them. Surprised it's not a yellow card there, isn't it?
With Glenn Murray yet again comes on and scores.
He's just the bane of Reading FC, isn't he? He's just.
He was good when he was here, though. So
I was going actually, well, yeah, because some people are like I often think that Reading fans obviously they're quite hot and cold with how Murray went with Reading, but he scored. It was like 8 goals in 15 appearances, wasn't it?
I think most Reading he was good, don't they? I mean,
I've seen quite a few just say that it just didn't work out for him. But it was just like he got recalled at the end of the day. I think Rob Palace, didn't he?
Yeah,
he got recalled in January. So
throw into us anyway. Halfway up the Forest half. That's a real killer blow that at the beginning of the second.
Kick in the teeth. Conceded half time. I mean,
just exactly what
over. I really don't think the game's over, but it's terrible to concede first after what felt, you know, we had so many chances there in that first half.
But even just before Forest scored there, they had a good chance for the header.
Come on,
made it on the edge of the Forest box here going, that's Lucas Zhao. Come on. Oh, fucking hell.
It just doesn't come off again. Pass back, ref. Pass back. Blatant pass back.
They're saying it's a Holmes own goal.
Yeah, I think he's knocked it in on the way, like when he's got in front of Murray.
Yeah, okay, but he's trying to get to the. It's really difficult.
Either way, Murray was going to score either way.
Yeah.
If he hadn't knocked it. So
I think it makes it slightly better that it's an own on the defending, because at least it didn't go through all of them. But
might as well have. So Forest coming forward again on their left-hand side. Oh, we're going to need to get a goal back here pretty soon. We're going to have to do something that we don't do very often here, and that's come back from actually conceded the first goal.
Conceding first, yeah.
We have had chances. we don't look like we're going to score them. That's the problem today. I mean, that miss from Lucas João in the first half is now even more
But
painful.
I still think if we get the chances we did in the first half, I mean, I know Puskas has missed an absolute sitter as well now, but I still think we get those chances again. We can't surely miss that many chances in a game, gilt-edged chances. As Forest have another chance, it's blocked by Moore. Still got it on the edge of the box.
Michael's still optimistic though.
Michael's always ever the optimist, isn't he? In the chat.
I think he flips between optimism and complete depression. I'm not quite sure which one it is, but he is exploiting the wings well. That's our wing backs are getting forward a lot, aren't they? So both teams are having opportunities in this game. It's not been dull. That's definitely. I mean, that shot's well wide from Forest, but. No. See, again, I followed just kind of all of a sudden, Samba's got the ball. What happened in between, we've no idea. I mean, anything could have happened there.
I could have taken a relatively good guess, and it was just a Raphael hoofball that went miles over everyone and straight to Samba.
No, Mate isn't on yet. No.
Mate is not on the field yet.
No. Not surprising.
You'd expect
out for bloody ages, so.
But you would expect to see him on in 5-10 minutes if it's still 1-0, or even if it's 1-1, you'd probably expect to see him, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think he's going to have to come on in the next 10 minutes or so if he can. The Millwall game, I mean, you need to let that go, Michael. That's what I mean. Flipping in between. Here we go then, right hand side. Yeah, Adam's got a good chance. No. So for throw-in, it's at the right end of the pitch. That is the positive I can give here.
When, to be fair, we don't look devoid of ideas. That's a positive thing as well.
No, we don't.
We look like we're going to create chances. As Lise puts it in, and it's Samba's trying to get it. He fluffs
and the
it.
ref hasn't given a free kick there.
It's not a free
kick. Not given one.
It's not a free kick though. It's just Samba being brief Samba. Like, as Yiedom cuts it back, it's Josh Laurent on the edge of the box, back out to Yiedom.
Corner,
surely. Yeah. Richards there on the edge of the box, tries to get a shot away, but I mean, chances are coming, and like we've said, when Bruce Sam's in goal, you've always got a chance, haven't you? So
it's not Bruce, right?
Sorry,
it's Bryce.
Oh, is it Bryce? I thought it was Bruce.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Bryce, letting you carry on there. It's not Bruce.
My apologies.
Corner comes in anyway.
Go on.
Oh, it's a good corner again. He's just not getting on the end of it today. Raphael, a long way out there. That's scared me. Richards would have crossed him, but
straight to Samba.
Another goal on the South Coast. Equalised after an hour. Now we're losing. I don't know what results I want. I don't know if that's good or bad anymore.
Well, a draw has to be the best result in them now if we're losing.
Yeah, I guess so. Now
Forest, they got completely behind us down the right hand side. I think it took ages. I don't know what he's done there. He should have got the cross in, surely. Oh, that's a good save.
Very good save.
Is that a classic?
Very, very end to end again now.
Yeah, he loves that shot, Amiobi, and he's quite good at them. So.
Most of the time they'll hit row Z, but there'll be a time like that when
that's a good shot. That
it's a good shot.
Thing. Yeah, no.
Still pretty comfortable. Raphael at the end of the day.
A corner for Forest here.
I imagine the corner's already been taken.
Yeah, probably. It's probably 2-0. We don't even know. Yeah. Well, that was a header on target by Raphael. That was a good save there from Raphael. Kelvin.
Forest were quite slow getting back there, and Raphael bowled it out pretty quick. Not exploited it.
Moving down the left. Oh, it's way over here.
Never getting on the end. It's a dreadful pass.
No, never going to reach that pass.
I mean, substitutions. I know Paunovic doesn't really like to make a substitution before 80 minutes normally. But I mean, it's been good today though, hasn't it? Like, let's be honest on chance creation and stuff. But I mean,
defensively, it hasn't though. Forest
defensively been not great.
Yeah,
Would you still be looking at Mate as the first substitution though today? Yeah.
Definitely need to get
I
Mate
think bringing Mate on
do
the
it.
bench will probably improve us slightly defensively as well, because you'll go back to having that double pivot.
Yeah, like the 4-2-3-1, and
he's on anyway.
Now he's on. Yeah, talk to the devil, and it looks. I'm not sure who's come off. It's not Puskas. It's not. Oh,
he's going back off again. Is he? So who's he come on?
He's on. He's on.
I think Semedo's come off, and Mate's got it already on the right hand side.
Oh, that is
that is just such a rush of blood to the head. I'm back on the pitch, and
I'm back on the pitch. Yeah,
back on the pitch. I'm going to shoot at the earliest possible opportunity. I mean, he was never, ever in a million years going to score from there.
No,
but it's good to see him back.
Bandit was impressed by that, was he? No.
But I mean, it's great to have him back on the pitch, isn't it? I mean, I think that missing him, it can't be understated how much we've missed him in this team. As Knockhart's got it out on the left here, great tackle there from Richards there.
I'm a bit surprised you kept Puskas on the pitch, but we'll see how.
It'll be interesting to see the formation we go to now, I think, because Puskas would be the obvious one. It looks like
we've almost done 2 up top.
Yeah.
Well, we were 2 up top before, weren't we? With Puskas. It's not quite corner to Reading. Well, we've got
There's
the area
chaos in the Forest defence at points, though, isn't there? You can see it. Both teams are not defending well today.
But I mean, you see it whenever you have a goalkeepers instill confidence in the defence. And Bruce Amber, I mean, what's he doing there? He's coming out and he's never going to get there. And it's just like, it just makes your defence look like a mess. It's not a bad header away.
Are you calling him Bruce there again?
I was going to say still with the Bruce.
I'm just gonna call him Samba from now on. Okay.
Nice to see you. I can't pronounce his
first name.
Here comes the corner then. Nice. A decent corner again, but it's just not quite working for us. That's a free kick. Give it away by yeah. Definitely a free kick to Forest. That one's not even a debate, is it?
Is Baldock on the bench as well?
Yeah.
You're trying to provoke a reaction there, Alex. Yeah.
I mean,
four up front. Let's just get them all on.
Lee Mate came on for Semedo.
Well, I mean, we might joke about Baldock, but he did score the winner last time.
Wasn't the winner? Equaliser.
So you never know.
Yeah, he is doing his best, Show Vegas, to give us a goal, Samba, but we haven't quite capitalised on it. Yeah. Poor positioning so far. I'm just remembering that Zhao miss in the first half, and it's still bothering me.
The Zhao miss, the Puskas miss. I mean, there's been a few this game, hasn't there? So, but I mean, actually, it's interesting given that McIntyre stayed on over Semedo. Do you almost think he's almost got the nod in midfield over Semedo? You might almost think McIntyre now.
Wow. Yeah. You're probably right there. I guess he's got extra flexibility because he could go and play centre half as well, couldn't he?
Mm.
So, yeah, I follow. Just giving us the Barnsley scoreline there.
About 10 minutes after it went in.
Go on, T-Mac.
Free kick ref.
Wow.
It's a long way out. Yeah.
Oh, he looks.
Are we taking it quickly? No. You don't need quick free kicks when I follow, so really don't do them, lads, because there was absolutely no way we will see what's happening. But it's really hard to gauge how this match is going to go at the moment because we are pushing forwards, but Forest do look like they've got a threat as well. So I'm definitely nervous. I'm not feeling massively optimistic right now. I hope they prove me completely wrong.
It's whenever we go behind, isn't it? Whenever we go behind, we've not seen it enough this season to believe we can get back into games. You know, it's fine when we go in front, but it's a dreadful ball in. I don't even know who put the ball in there. Was it Yedom? I think it was. It is awful. I mean,
if you are watching this now, share this on your socials wherever you are. Get more fans in. I don't care if it's Reading or Forest fans. Go want to give us some stick that they're winning. Doesn't bother me. Hopefully, it's all meant to be a laugh anyway. So
me slightly.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered at all. Never meet these people. So.
We will next season when we lose in the playoffs and we see.
Oh God, playoffs! I have no confidence there. But hopefully we do it this season. But yeah, we've got to get in them first, haven't we?
I was going to say we need to turn this game around first before I think we can talk about the playoffs and stuff. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves there.
Somebody's played well today as Elise, though. I think he's been.
Yeah, he's been another one that's. I mean, he's been pretty consistent over the last few weeks, and quite a few fouls starting to pile up now. And from Forest, they're just breaking the game down a little bit.
Forest fans in the chat, what have you thought of it so far? Let us know, because you are winning the game, but we've had chances, haven't we? Let's be honest, Jordan.
Hopefully we'll get some more chances to come back into this game and get a rare comeback, either point or comeback win. So
just a point. I'll take a point right now.
Yeah, I mean,
if Barnsley and Bournemouth draw and Cardiff and Watford draw, I would probably take a point at this moment in time. It's just picking up a point when they only pick up a point. It just keeps the gap the same.
Yeah, nothing's gained, nothing's lost. So.
I think on this one, George, I think Zhao's been good outside the area, not so good with that miss, but Puskas hasn't been great today. It hasn't worked for him. He missed the sitter just after the Forest goal, and he's through on goal and skies it over the bar. He did look at the pitch straight away, so maybe he struggled. Tommy
Maldini bring it forward from defence.
But Forest are now packed in their defence, aren't they? They're quite
They are playing absolute park the bus football now. Got 11 men in their half.
I don't blame them.
More than happy just to sit there and let Reading have all of the ball.
Yeah.
It's going to take a very, very good piece of skill to unlock them now.
You can't be giving the ball away like that, McIntyre, that's for sure.
That's when he's showing he's not a midfielder, isn't it?
Yeah, ball just runs just away from him. Now they're breaking.
Raphael takes that. Through ball was nowhere near a Forest player.
Dreadful pass through, really, in truth, at the end there. So, but
they are defending well at the moment, and that's not surprising when you've got a team managed by Chris Hughton at all. No, they definitely take a 1-0 win. Who wouldn't? We've taken more than enough of them.
Given their previous score lines as well, as at least pings it all the way over to the right. Come on, yeah.
Right, and so
right
into the side netting.
Yeah, it's on his right. He just, I mean, he might as well just not use his right foot. I think he commented. I think he scored a goal on his right foot, didn't he, in the cup? I think it was against Cardiff, and it's like the first goal he'd ever scored on his right foot. I think he just.
I would take that at the moment, Jordan, a 1-0, 100%. I'm sure you wouldn't as well, but definitely not take a 1-0. You want the win. It can happen. Puskas here lays it off. Come on. Come on, get the ball in the box.
Go on, hit it.
It's behind everyone in Zhao's. He just can't get there.
Just in the wrong position again.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
It's just not falling. Nothing is falling for us this game. This is just getting more and more frustrating.
We've not actually played that badly.
Well, no. And the chances we've created have been good, you know. It's like it's probably the most chances we've probably created all season, or nearly that. You know, it's
a decent cross.
It's not
again. He couldn't do much more there, could he? I mean,
no. It's just frustrating. It's just getting so frustrating right now. So, I mean, what would you look to do with? I mean, more subs? Would you just keep it the same for now as Yiadom wins a foul?
I'm not sure that was bad. No.
Got a bit lucky there, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But would you be looking to do anything else with subs, Paul or Alex?
I don't know at the moment. I mean, maybe I'd. Now, Puskas
look at the bench. Good. Really,
is Aliko going to be the answer? I don't know. Maybe there's not massive amounts of things you can do off the bench now that we've brought on. Mate, is there in an attacking sense? There's not a huge.
It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough.
No. Yeah, that's because we've also got so many injuries. If you have Swift in there, Ejaria, that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You've got this bring on Aluko and Estevez, like we've just seen a couple of comments there. Those two at least have got some attacking kind of ability. I mean, there's not a huge amount of options we've got, though.
No, I think we're starting to lose our way in midfield a bit here. There's a chance here.
That's not going to take that tackle.
Holmes missed the
No, but we got the ball back. He tried to
won the
win
ball back.
a free kick there, didn't he? It was Amiobi, isn't it? Oh, it's a through ball, but it's nowhere near him. Easily cut out by Forest.
It's looking very unlikely that Reading are going to get a win. We've kind of gone off the boil a little bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't put us. I don't have a bet on us. I think so. You're
I think it's probably too late, given this comment. I imagine they've probably already put their money on us.
Forest with possession on the right-hand side as we're watching it. Just playing it around now, aren't they? Outside the box. Amiobi's going to have another shot here. Nah, it's wide.
I mean, like, well, they had a shot counter up, and I think Forest had one more shot so far in the game. I think they had 13, we had 12. But I mean, to be fair, when you think about all the shots they've had from outside the box, like you said, Alex, you'd almost think they've looked at how vulnerable Raphael's been from outside the box because they've peppered shots from outside the box.
You're right, George. At the moment, it doesn't look like I'll be going to wait.
Least.
Another
and it's
one.
another chance that goes back.
That's a corner. I think
Follow doing its best to miss it again.
I'm not sure it is. I think he just cuts across it.
Oh,
no, it's not that close in the end, is it? We've had so many shots though, but God,
it just feels like one of those days already, doesn't it? It really does.
Oh, it's the top off if Lewis Grabban comes on and scores a goal, wouldn't it? That would be.
Glenn Murray comes off for him.
It's destiny, isn't it? It's destiny today. It's just going to be one of those days when nothing. I don't think we've played that bad defensively. The goal wasn't great at all, and I agree with Eric. I agree with this. We've definitely
played a lot worse this season. We've played a lot worse and still won. Yeah. So
still time to get something though. Get one goal here, and I think the next 10 minutes, and I still think we can win. But we are vulnerable to a second because we are pushing right up, aren't we? Which we should be doing.
Not quite Gomez ball pushing up the pitch.
No.
Almost a suicide ball, but
no, he would have been doing that after 15 minutes. But
well, it's pretty much whenever we went 1-0 down, wasn't it? 1-0 down. Put all the strikers we've got on the pitch on.
Just play a striker at left back, get him on the pitch. Oh, he's grabbing into the box. No, he's defended there by
McIntyre. He's like, I mean, it's tough to say anything bad about McIntyre today. He's really held his own again in midfield. It's just a shame that
we're getting penned back a bit.
A little bit. We're going to see another shot here from Forest in the moment. I'm going to predict it's coming up. Oh, it's defended well.
Well, that's a poor touch from that Forest player. I don't know who it is, but
yeah, it was.
At least wins another foul on the edge of the box as well. So
3-0 Bristol City. They're erratic at the moment, aren't they?
It's 3-0 Bristol City, but let's be fair, it's against Birmingham.
Yeah, who we played during the week, so we're waiting to see on that one, Alex, because
and we lost to earlier in the year.
Rather Bristol City. Oh, George Pushkas off for a Luco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think it's now 4-2, straight 4-2-3-1 now. You'd think when Luco on the left, Mate on the right, at least in the number 10. So it just didn't fall from the
I'm waiting for a Luco season.
I'm waiting for the Luco game.
It's like, the Luco game was QPR, wasn't it? QPR. And
you're right. That was
season.
It. No, that was it. Yeah, in Paul Clement's first match, I think.
Yeah, that actually, it's weird to think that what was it, 7.5 million? That goal pretty much kept us up that season. So that goal actually had the save from Mamnone. Don't forget that, the penalty.
We can still do this though. We can still get something. I'm not saying we can definitely win this game, so I don't think that at the moment. But just to go
for release.
Oh, come on!
It's off the
post. And it's a Luco.
And it's Luco with a weak shot. God. It's just not our day. Is that a save or off the post? I think it's off the post.
I think it is off the post.
I don't think he can do any more though. Yad in there. Could he? I mean, it's such a tight angle. It's a poor effort there, really, from a Luco.
It's painful at the moment. This is absolute agony.
So close. So close.
What more? How much more can we do to actually get a goal today? It's it's just.
We have
frustrating.
That bad. It's not when you look at it as a whole season thing. You think if we continue to play at this level, we're going to be okay. Because some days they're going to go in, aren't they?
You'd hope.
Yeah, that's not a poor shot though from Yadam. That's a good shot.
And even the Aluko one, it had Samba stretched. It didn't have the power on it, but it had him stretched. It probably would have gone in right in the far corner.
Yeah, we just need that a few inches the other way, then it goes in off the post. It's just a little bit of luck.
That has just been nowhere to be seen today, has it?
Hasn't been. Well, we've also created our own issues. It's
it's a poor pass from
too hard. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think they need a bit of that. Bit of composure in front of goal. Not that one from Yadam, but some of the others. We've just rushed it. The one from Elise, he's shanked it. The Lucas Jow one earlier in the game, the first half. I think we all need alcohol, George.
That's going to be the only resolution tonight, isn't it?
Oh, Lost Lager. Nice. It was a popular choice last week on Beer Vote. Yeah. Here comes T-Mac with the ball forwards, playing it up now to Aluko. So, come on.
Nice play, and Luco running forwards now out to Richards on the left.
Come on, T-Mac.
She's got everyone back, don't they, Forrest?
That's absolutely
dreadful. I'm not a fan of this kind of looped-in ball from 30 yards away. It's not dangerous at all.
He's got no chance of getting on the end of that, has he? It's too easy.
It's got to be such a good piece of skill after headering to win that header and then actually do anything with it. Because I can see
what he's trying to do. He's trying to play the diagonal, but he's too much loop on it. It needs to be hit.
Yeah, it needs to be much more hit.
Yeah,
like you need the player to just be putting that into the net without having to put the power on the end of it. Yeah. You're asking the player to put the power and the placement. He's just got no chance.
For sure, as soon as he hit it, he knew though as well. It's like, what have I done there? He's never going to get to that.
I follow just reminding us that Puskás did indeed come off for Luco about 28 minutes ago.
It's a lovely ball down to Richards on the left. Right down the byline.
Oh, it's going to be a corner.
We'll take that.
Just coming up to 77 minutes 40 now.
Come on, let's just create a chance. Don't put it straight into the Samba's arms. Well, actually, it might be a good idea with his history against us. But come on. Good set piece in.
Just headed away.
Don't give away a free kick here. Bouncing around the penalty area. That's going to be twatted clear, isn't it? Yeah.
Forrest, get it clear.
Yeah. Barnsley have just taken the lead against Bournemouth.
Okay. Yeah.
To be fair, though, Bournemouth were outside anyway, so that's probably the better team to go ahead out of the two of them. But
this is getting quite stressful now because we definitely should have had a goal here at some point. Come on, Yadam. Get a good cross into the box.
Much space. That's just over.
Not that chance.
Oh my word!
Headed over by Lucas Jow. It's just not happening, is it? Just not happening today.
I thought, to be fair, it was going over, but it's perfect. It's absolutely. The cross couldn't have been crossed better to Jow in that position there.
Yeah, it's right on his head, and he's not even got it on target.
Just,
how many chances do we want today? It's just chance after chance. It's just gonna be one of those days, isn't it?
I think you almost said it half time, didn't you, Alex? It was almost feeling like one of those days. But
when you have one of those shots from Zhao in the first half and it ends up hitting the post and he rolls it wide somehow, like it feels like it, right?
Yeah. We definitely have won this game today, Eric. Yeah, I agree. It's one of those days when it's just not going to go in for us. If we score today, I'm beginning to think I'll be amazed. We're now not long left in the match, probably 15 minutes at most with injury time. Before I was going to start throwing on subs, aren't they, just to break up momentum? How many there? They've done 2 subs already, haven't they? They brought off Murray, and now they've done another one. And done Lolly.
That's the third one, actually. That's the third.
The third.
Yeah.
So that's for our advantage.
He brought on pretty much their 3 subs we talked about for the game on the bench: Freeman, Graben, and Knockhart. So,
Oh,
10 minutes. 10 minutes to save this game. It
What
can
about-
still happen. We can still turn it around.
if we get a draw,
Go on.
Come on.
Oh, come on,
Yak.
come on!
It's him.
Let's do it!
Come on.
Come on!
Come
Oh,
on.
it's so good that he's back.
Oi, oi, oi. Come
Oh
on,
my
Yaki,
God.
mate.
What a finish. I mean, actually, I think it goes through. Bruce.
Oh, Samba's had a shocker again. He's had an absolute shocker.
Oh my God, what is he
What is he
doing?
doing?
Nottingham
dreadful.
again.
It's happened again. Not
All
in
right, come on.
Forest.
We've got
It's
10 minutes now to
happened
win
again.
this game.
Come on,
We've got
Eddie.
10 minutes to win the game now. I'm feeling positive. Come on.
Don't give
Oh,
it.
how much have we missed that man, though? How much has Yaku been missed?
I'll tell you who I've missed, and that's Samba. He's an absolutely cracking goalie. Oh, Brucey Samba.
We'll just call him Samba from now. Oh, Richard's watch. Oh, you don't watch out.
Don't try and be too clever now.
No.
Did he win a free kick there?
Did he win a free?
Was
I
he win a
don't
free
quite know
kick
how,
there?
but
Wow, I don't care, but
oh man, that's just so much relief right there. Now come on, Yak.
Come on.
He's in again. He's on the right.
Don't know what happened there. Could have fell over himself. Come on, Elise.
So, oh, come on.
Almost
Oh, it just didn't go over to.
Great
It's a
catch,
slice
difficult
shot.
skill there for Luca. Very difficult.
Yeah, he tries to catch it almost on the side volley, doesn't he?
Samba is my favourite goalie in the championship. He loves Reading. He wants to be a role. That is what it is. Samba is a role. He just loves that.
I mean, if you're a Forest fan, you must be throwing up in your mouth at that, because that's just
It's horrible.
to concede a goal like that. I mean, he put the power on it, mate. You know, he put the power on it. He's got it on target. But Samba, that is just shocking. We're not complaining, but
You're right there, Paul. Let's all do the Samba. Let's all do the Samba. Ah, la, la, la.
now come on. I think we can go on and win this from here. I really think we can go on and win this.
Come on, let's not give away a silly goal, though. But yeah, we got a chance here to get forward again. Elise on the ball.
Come on.
Come on, Luca with a cross. Oh,
Go on. Oh, and Zhao, he's just.
that was a hell of a skill he was trying there.
Oh, it was Yak actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Yak,
was.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi. Bring
This is
back
what we
that goal
need.
music, I say. Bring back
Yes.
that goal music.
Oh, how much have we missed Yaku Mate?
Honestly,
Oh.
it's
I love the man. The man is
Yeah.
hard. If we'd have lost, if we'd have not scored today, even if I just needed that goal, it was so frustrating not getting a goal.
Yeah.
We deserved that.
absolutely. Even if it was a stroke of luck, we don't really care. We
Don't care.
We needed that luck in this game.
If you
Right,
don't
but-
shoot, you don't score there, do you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He puts the power on it. He gets it on target. So he's asking the question of Samba, and we all know what Samba's like. So, you just need to get a shot on target, and you've got a chance for them. So
Yeah.
that's been the frustrating thing about the bloody misses today. Zhao has one where he's diving out of the way, Samba, and still misses. Like
Amazing. Diving out of the way. I don't
he
understand.
was,
what
he
doing.
was, wasn't he? Like it
Yeah,
was-
no, he was. He
dreadful.
was diving out of
Like,
the way.
he was almost in the Trent bloody River. He was diving so far over.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Alfie. Hopefully, there's another one to come. Come on, Aluko, get the
Come on,
cross in.
Sonny. That's a
That-
corner, surely. It's got to be a corner. It is a
I
corner.
thought Samba was going to
Come
fumble that into their net for a second.
Could you imagine?
Every time he goes near the ball now, I think we're going to score.
Yeah,
Who, Samba?
Yeah.
it can happen. It can happen.
Well,
He's
it's just
so
odd.
poor against us.
corners, you just put a corner close to him, on the edge of the 6-yard box, because he could just
Here we
fumble
go.
a catch,
Corner is coming in. McIntyre's going to play it back out
McIntyre
there.
plays it back out to Elise.
That's a great
So
cross.
come on.
Oh, you've got
really
so
poor
much
headed
time.
out.
There's no power on it, though.
Big
There's no
Tommy
power on it. It
Hines
was
with that.
wide.
He
Really
has so
poor
much
headed.
time to do so much with the ball, and he's made probably the worst decision he could.
Oh, we want to see these scenes, George. A Luco winner. That's it.
Imagine.
Honestly, if Aluko scores in the last minute, I think my laptop's going to end up on the floor.
Yeah, I think so. If a Luco
laptop.
scores the winner, his top is coming off, and I'm twirling it around. I don't care.
Oh, man.
You don't want to see that bit, but I'll be doing it.
Got to do what you got to do in winning times.
Raphael with the ball, kicks it long. I'm not sure what Forest will they be going for a second here, or will they take the point? I don't
Forest
know.
don't really do second goals, do they?
No. Oh,
Like,
it
no.
will be Dylan Kerr style. Don't you worry about that. Yeah.
It pretty much, like, they're so camped in their half, you'd pretty much just expect, unless they get a counter-attacking break, they're just going to stick to 1-1, which you can't blame them.
Just want another chance. Just another chance. You feel we could get one, but just don't need to rush passes and try and force it.
Yeah. And no silly fouls in their area. And
Bryce Samber's Instagram, by the way, I'm assuming he's going to post after today like he did last season, right? Like, being the best goalkeeper in the championship and everything.
It's harsh on Manoni. Manoni
didn't make that nearly as many. He did somehow let that goal in against Burton, which to this day I still don't know went through his hands.
You're right. That was a horrible moment. Yeah.
I still to this day don't know how it went through his hands or how he did not make the save.
The whole thing is just odd. It's just one of those moments when football is like the Matrix. You just don't understand it, do you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Somehow got through to Yeardham on the right. Space in front of him as well.
Come on the right-hand side.
Bringing it towards the edge of their box now.
No, he's lost the possession there.
What was he doing there? That just looked like a very tired run there from Yeardham.
It did. It did, which is not a surprise. He has been out a long time. I know he's played a few games now, but he's putting a lot today.
Yeah, he's been up and down the right. Same with Richards on the left. They've been up and down the wings like no tomorrow. So, but pretty much seems like we've...
Get your comments in. How do you think this is going to go? Can we get a win here? Well, loads of comments coming in, but no one can disagree with that one on Emmy.
20 shots today. When was the last time Reading had 20 shots in a match?
20 shots. That's mad.
I remember under Steve Clark in that season, we did have a number of games where we got 20, 24 shots, but still didn't win.
Forest coming forward here, though, on their right-hand side. Oh, that's really poor there from them. Just Lauren.
Come on, Lauren.
Zhao has done fantastic.
Come on, Zhao. That's got to be a foul.
Keep the ball. It's a foul, but the ref played on, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's played advantage there. Good advantage. Come on, Yak. Oh, it's just gone away from him. It's a corner, though.
Is it a free kick to us further back? I'm not sure.
No, I'll go out for a corner, surely.
I thought it was a corner, but I think he's given a foul to Morris. It's a foul on Aluko. Was that?
No. That's Lucas Zhao.
Oh, Lucas Zhao on the floor.
We don't want to see him down. That's got to be a foul on him.
Oh, that is a foul. That's a foul. And it's a very good position this for release as well. So
that is a niche moment there, Luke. You'll never say that again in your life. But yeah, not many people do say that, to be fair, in life.
Come on, Elise. Now's the time to find your free kick ability. Get your first free kick goal for us. Come off the time. Come off the.
It's the John Swift area, but we don't have.
Yeah. This is where you just wish you had Swift, because Swift, this is troubling the keeper.
Come on, Elise. Just make him make a save. This is the day with Samba. You just need to
surely
do
you go Samba's side.
Just make Samba do something. Make Samba touch the ball and hope.
Yeah, do not hit the wall. This needs to be making him make a save of any kind.
Come on, Ronald.
Barnsley win 3-2, Sam.
Come on.
Oh,
dreadful free kick. It's an awful free kick from Elise.
Way over.
Yes.
Yeah, he shakes his head. I mean, come on. Doesn't mean to do that, does he? But yeah, it's poor, isn't it?
It's a dreadful free kick.
Just coming up to injury time now.
Not long. How long is it going to be? I'm going to go 4 minutes.
It's got, yeah, I'd reckon 4 minutes, 2 goals, quite a few subs. So
he's not good on those free kicks, is he, Michael? Yeah,
3 minutes. Only 3 minutes.
Christ,
that has not been kind on us. That
No.
really, actually, well, that pretty much sums that allotted added time just sums up this game for us. Pretty much.
come on. Still might get another chance though.
Yeah.
Frustrating to not get that free kick on target, but you got to move on from it now. Let's get a ball into the area of some type. Come on. Maldini with the ball. Now it's Tom Holmes with the ball on halfway line. Plays it out to Yidam. It's going in centrally. Lucas Jow has the ball on the edge. He tried to play a 1-2.
Made the wrong run.
He moved away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a bad
started
idea.
rolling round. He almost started rolling round to try and get in the box, but it's not on the same wavelength with nearly eating up the first minute of added time.
Big thanks to everyone who's joined us today as well. Thanks, really appreciate it with your comments and just being in the chat.
That's a foul. That's a dreadful tackle on Lucas Jow.
Oh,
you can roll around on the floor all you like.
Holding his leg for. That's an awful tackle.
If you get injured actually fouling someone, it's still a yellow card. Yeah.
Well, and you know he's committed an awful tackle as well because he's trying to roll around saying, "Oh, I've been hurt."
Come on, Elise. I believe if we've got faith in him. Come on, he can do it this time. Just on target. That's all we ask for, isn't it? Just.
Well, we always say about his free kick ability, but we never actually see it. To be fair, we never actually see him put a dangerous one in. It's either straight into the keeper's hands or over the crossbar. Hopefully, he can.
This is a little bit further out, so I think it's perfect position. Surely,
surely they've got some kind of free kick routine lined up from the training ground or something.
I think Yaku Mate's taken this. He's put it on the ground. I think.
Okay.
I think
I'm
it's
not sure where this thing's going to go. He's going to absolutely leather it, isn't he?
It is Mate, yeah. Well, this is going rose head.
It worked for the goal. It worked for the goal.
Mate is driving this. It is going top corner. It's going to break that net, and the ball's going to end up somewhere.
Right.
Here we go.
I think it's rather wishful thinking there, Alex. But let's hope. Let's hope.
Come on, mate. Or is it going to be Lauren? It's definitely not going to be Elise. Come on.
Nowhere even near it, is it?
Bring this in.
Come on, Yak. I mean, a minute and a half been wasted.
Come on, Yak.
Go on.
It's on target.
Yeah, it was on target.
That's a draw, then, isn't it?
Right idea. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
You've got to hope that Sam was just going to spill it.
Okay, we might have another opportunity though.
Come on, Yadam. On the right hand side.
Well, come on, Jow. Oh, he's blocked. Oh.
That's got to be the last chance.
Got to be, surely. He's got the shot away though again, so I can't really criticise that. It's full time at the City ground. 1-1. I think we played pretty well today. One bit of sloppy defending just after half time, but Yako Mate marking his comeback with a goal. Alex would take that, but Matt, frustration on the Redden players and the fans, obviously, all watching this, and I follow and watching this on our stream. Is that 2 points dropped or 1 point gained?
Well, probably from minute 51, you'd say, or I think it was 50-51, you'd say a point gained. But you think of the amount of chances we've had there, even Lucas out at the end, it falls to him, but just gets blocked. Nothing really fell for us. Even the added time, there should have been more added time than just 3 minutes. And even in the 3 minutes, with a minute and a half was wasted for the free kick, so you should have had extra time on the end of extra time there. But yeah.
There we go. Thanks a lot for everyone who's joined us. We are still 5th in the league at the moment. We'll move on to the Birmingham game on Wednesday. I'll be doing a live Periscope with Alex just a moment, and that'll be on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. So cheers. Not the greatest result, but we take it. Thanks a lot. We'll be back during the week.